If you have been paying attention, then you already know that for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's so much content coming your way. In fact, this barrage of movies will keep coming till at least next year. And most likely by then the calendar will have been updated with more movies. However, if you're specific about your actor and wondering about the Tom Holland Cinematic Universe, don't feel neglected because there is a lot coming your way too. Number 5. More Spider-Man movies. After watching Spider-Man No Way Home, some might feel like that's it for Tom as far as web-slinging films go. However, this guy is expected to return to the MCU for another 3 Spider-Man movies. We know that Amy Pascal, the Sony producer, shared in an interview that No Way Home wasn't going to be the last Spider-Man movie between them and Marvel. In fact, the producer has said that the idea is actually concerning 3 movies, and now they're going to the next one. Thus, seeing that there are more Spider-Man movies for the two sides to collaborate on, and also considering the success that No Way Home was, there's just no reason to change anything, especially the main actor. This really confirms that Tom Holland's character will be meeting characters such as Morbius, Venom, and who knows, he might even meet Miles Morales. It has to be said though that these Spider-Man movies will likely take a while before they hit our screens. But then there's reason to hope, and that's something. In fact, to be honest, no one has anything with regards to the upcoming Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, but it's reassuring to know that they'll one day happen. So if you feel a little lost after No Way Home, pun intended, in time he'll be back. Number 4. Uncharted. After starring in 2 novel-based films which are Cherry and Chaos Walking, Tom Holland will attempt to star in the film adaptation of the video game called Uncharted. This project is to be directed by Ruben Fleischer and serves as the original story for Nathan Drake, the main character. However, there's a twist to the plot of this film that probably only ardent fans of the game will notice. Uncharted's story is set to precede the events that occurred in the game, so there's actually going to be a lot of twists going on, but that only makes it better. Now, one of the obvious twists to the film is that Tom won't be playing the cool and established explorer that many folks know from the game. However, he'll be playing a younger version of Nathan Drake. This younger version was first seen in Uncharted Drake's Fortune. According to Tom Holland, that particular game influenced his acting in the film. Nonetheless, putting this film out has been a real task for the producers. Despite the all-star role and the talented director, the film remains a classic tale of the train that never left the station. Getting started and keeping it moving has been hectic with several rewrites and delays, and then came the pandemic that seemed keen on shutting down Hollywood permanently. It all just seemed like there was a dark cloud hanging over the entire project. Anyways, the actors and crew returned to action back in July 2020, and so far there seem to be no more hitches. They also got main photography done after years of futility. Anyways, the dust is cleared now and Tom Holland is already back. So the story is, Tom Holland plays the lead role as a fortune hunter claiming to be the descendant of Sir Francis Drake, the popular English explorer. Actor Mark Wahlberg is also part of the cast and is set to play Victor Sullivan, who doubles as Nathan's mentor and co-discoverer. This film is already looking good, and fans of the video game seem hyped for the adaptation, just as many Tom Holland fans. Uncharted is currently in post-production and is set to hit the big screens this year by February 11th. Number 3. An untitled Fred Astaire biopic. So it seems that all Tom likes to do is get into action, either shoot webs from his hands or go claiming to be someone's descendant, thus getting into trouble. Well, in this untitled film you get to see a different side of him that's not popular. But how did it happen anyway? Not too long ago, we saw a confirmation on Twitter that indeed Tom Holland was going to be starring in a Fred Astaire biography, and yes, it's Sony. Now, for those of you who are wondering who Fred Astaire is, first, he was a very talented artist with a multitude of skills. I'm talking singing, acting, dancing, and also choreography. Simply put, the man was all about art and expression. This very same man is regarded by many to be among the greatest dancers ever on film. And seeing that Mr. Astaire is an American, we know there's no problem on that front because Holland has a lot of experience playing American characters. However, I would personally love to see him play the role of a man who's a great dancer. Anyways, he must have proven himself a good dancer to have been chosen for the role, and that would be thanks to appearances in films like The Lip Sync Battle. The production for this movie is only just starting, and only Tom Holland has been connected to it so far. This should be expected, seeing that no one knows even the title for the film yet, hence it will be several years before the film comes out. Number 2. The Modern Ocean. This upcoming film that's expected to star Tom Holland was first announced back in 2015. Now that's a long time ago. That fact helps us to understand how the film earned the phrase "stuck in development hell." Anyways, at the time of the announcement, The Modern Ocean was set to be a nautical adventure-based project. It was going to focus on the impact of international shipping on our beloved planet as well as the people who are into the industry. During this time, the cast mesmerized us with names like Anne Hathaway, Daniel Radcliffe, Jeff Goldblum, Keanu Reeves, Chloe Grace Moretz, and of course, Tom Holland. Indeed, it was star-studded, but after the announcement, the whole thing seemed to have died of its own accord. Well, here again, the film resurfaced and Tom Holland had a few things to say about it. While conversing with Collider, the actor described The Modern Ocean's script as the best script he's ever seen. However, he disclosed that he doesn't know much about the production process. Anyways, Shane Carruth, who's both writer and director, revealed through IndieWire that the film would not happen anytime soon. But hey, we can definitely hope to get that Holland action one day, so we'll keep watching as the whole thing progresses. Number 1. The Crowded Room. We've watched Holland in Apple TV Plus's Cherry play the role of a combat medic battling a mental health problem. Now we're about to get into another similar project, which appears to be a series titled The Crowded Room. Here again, you can expect to see Holland treading similar real-world territory. However, this time his character is Billy Milligan. This is a man whom Apple has described as the first individual to get acquitted of a crime on grounds of multiple personality disorder. At this point, this seems like a film with a lot of undercurrents, especially when you consider the mental health of many people since the pandemic started. The Holland fans are psyched, but the release date remains unannounced. And that's it for today's video on Up Next, folks. 5 upcoming Tom Holland movies. Let us know down in the comments about any other films you know about. Remember to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Do the same for the notification icon so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. See you in the next video.